Hi there, welcome once again to the Dukascopy TV studio. I'm Ben Jones. Joining me again is René Philippe, here to discuss Forex trading services. René, thank you very much for coming in again.
Thank you very much, always a pleasure being there.
Fantastic.
Just notice again.
You're here plenty of times with us. Now, so we're discussing Forex trading services. So are there a lot of companies on the internet that offer this?
Yes, a lot. Forex business, it's a business which has changed a lot during the 20 last years. 20 years ago, or even 10 years ago, it was a business which was reserved to a few specialized, okay? But nowadays, for the worse or the better, but often for the worse, everyone is a Forex trader. You just do a Google research on, for example, Forex trading for beginners. You will have 213 million links showing. You do research of online pharmacies, you will have 60 million link. Why does I mention online pharmacy? It's not an innocent comment. It's because basically Forex business as online pharmacy. It's one of the business where you have the most sites which are run illegally without proper license.
Is it difficult to get a license for Forex services?
It's the same than for a bank license. It's not as difficult, but you will have to be committed. You will have to make an investment in capital, and you will also have to subject yourself to due diligence, prove that you have proper education, no criminal record, proper business ethic, and experience in the business. It's something which is doable, which can be managed, but one has to commit itself to the process.
Okay, what are the minimum capital requirements then?
Then it will all depend of two things. The first things will be the country where you will incorporate your business and apply for your license. The second thing is how you will exercise your business. For example, if you only do brokerage or advice but do not handle directly client funds, okay? In this case, for example, in Belize, $25,000 minimum paid up capital. In Bulgaria, 50,000 euro. If you want to manage client funds, then $100,000 minimum paid up capital in Belize, 125,000 in Bulgaria.
So what's the cheapest jurisdiction in terms of capital requirements?
Alors technically, New Zealand, because they don't have a minimum capital requirement, but I have a big reservation with New Zealand, which I find an unserious jurisdiction. So if you put New Zealand aside, the best jurisdiction is Mauritius with 17,000 euro minimum capital requirement. But the thing is that there is no perfect solution. So basically, Mauritius, low capital requirement, but a lot of limitation. One of the limitation is you cannot apply for you can try to apply for a standalone license, but your chance to get one will be like 2 out of 100. So you will have to obtain a license through a regulated exchange. One of the problems with this, it will limit the type of transaction of contracts that you can deal with. You can do US dollar versus euro, British pound versus euro, local currencies versus euro or US dollar, silver, gold, but basically that sum it up. So it's limited type of business, and also you will have to use the application offered by the regulated exchange. So it's cheap, but has a lot of limitation.
Okay, so what's the best jurisdiction to apply for a license then?
If you look at non-European jurisdiction, I would say Belize. Belize is a good jurisdiction, 100,000 US dollar capital requirement, which is not a lot. It has one advantage of other jurisdiction is they don't oblige you to have a local office and local employees, which other jurisdiction do.
Okay, and in Europe, what's the best jurisdiction?
In Europe, if you want to choose a good jurisdiction, I would say Bulgaria or Cyprus. The reason being that these two countries have the lowest corporate income tax in Europe, 10% for Bulgaria, 12.5% for Cyprus. License can be obtained in 3 months after you have filed the application. Advantage to Bulgaria because capital requirement lower at 125,000 versus 200,000 for Cyprus. In Bulgaria, you don't need to pay the whole capital prior to the application, only 25%. In Cyprus, you will have to pay the capital before the application. And it's cheaper in terms of legal fee in Bulgaria than in Cyprus. The budget for the company, the license in Bulgaria, around 12,000 euro. In Cyprus, around 25,000 euro, 26, 27.
Now, does the fact that a country doesn't offer a Forex license mean that you can operate there without a license?
Alors, it's very difficult to give you a proper answer on this one. It may or it may not. Take, for example, the example of St. Lucia. In St. Lucia, they don't offer the Forex service license. So a lot of people think because they don't have a Forex license, you can set up a company and do Forex offers Forex trading services without a license. Actually, it's not true. If you check with the local financial service authorities, they will tell you that in St. Lucia, we do not have a Forex service license, but only Class A bank can offer Forex trading services.
Okay, now what are the main advantages of a European Forex license?
The main advantage of a European Forex license is that it's what we call a license which is issued under the MiFID directive. The MiFID directive is a directive which has been issued by the European Commission to harmonize financial services within Europe. Okay, so the main advantage, it can be passport. It means simply that you can actually, say for example, you apply for a license in Bulgaria. Then you want actually set up a Forex trading unit in the UK. You don't have to go through the whole process of applying for a license. You just notify UK authorities. So, of course, notification, it's just not just sending an email. You will have to provide the corporate files, the application, the documents supporting the application, and so on. But it will be quite cheaper and quicker than if you have done the whole application in England. Now, there is another advantage on this. It's actually Dukascopy who give it. It's basically if you have a European Forex license, the things you have to understand that the bigger cost for you will be the application. If you have to do the application, the platform, the training of your employees, you will basically spend at least 50,000 euros. But if you have a European license, you can actually obtain the use of Dukascopy white label application, which actually will save you 50,000 euros.
What type of licenses are available in Bulgaria for financial services?
In Bulgaria, it's a European country, so basically it will be the three types of license which are provided under a MiFID directive. Type 1, you don't handle client funds, 50,000 euros of minimum paid up capital. Type 3, it's if you want to handle client funds and you want also to manage your own funds. It's a Type 3 license, 750,000 euros of paid up capital. Now there is a Type 2 license, which is the one which is the most commonly used and which require 120,000 euros paid up capital.
Okay, and what are the requirements for the Type 2 license?
Alors, the requirements for a Type 2 license are basically the same than in other countries, but I will just list them again. Firstly, the director will have to be subjected to the fit test, which means proper experience, proper education, no criminal background, moral ethic, and so on. You will have to fulfill the minimum capital requirement. The memorandum of the company will have to stipulate what financial services will be provided, because actually we talk about Forex license, but it's actually financial services license, so there is more to it than just Forex services. At least one of the directors will have to be a resident of Bulgaria, and he will have to be the executive director, and him also will have to be subjected to the fit test. You will have to set up internal control mechanism, software protection, client protection. You will have to have internal procedure to avoid conflict of interest with or between clients. And you will have also to prepare a bundle of documents which include business plan over 3 years, anti-money laundering process, know your customer process, and so on. So that basically sum it up.
Fantastic. Rene, once again, thank you very much for joining us.
It was a pleasure coming again.
And thank you for watching. Do make sure you keep clicking back to Dukascopy TV, as we'll be bringing you plenty more updates and exclusive interviews. Bye for now.